YouTube family, I think I'm about to fell another huge poplar tree. At the same time, I got a lot going on around the shelter and in my head. Just to kind of let you see, look at all of this stuff that's grown up. See where the house is. I'm leaving that where it's sitting. That'll be kind of a landmark. Look at all of this. A couple years ago, I had all of this cleared out perfectly, all blown out. So in a couple years, this is how it looks again. I'm focusing on all of this around the shelter because we're hooking up doors and walls and all kinds of stuff to make this better. So talking about trees, just to get an idea for you and myself to keep up with, so I can look back myself and think like, how much can I do with a tree? You know what I mean? So here's a couple trees that we recently just milled. This one, we covered the whole 3-tier porch with this tree. Then this tree we just milled. We framed up around the wood stove. We framed up this whole back wall. We put a couple of headers, supports, roof supports, and door headers and stuff in there. Built the gate, the fence into the living area, and the wall unit. And now I'm at a standstill with those projects, which I would really like to continue big time. I need another tree to mill because these trees are milled up. I'm gonna use a lot of the face cuts for stuff more than likely, and then all the rest of that's just gonna get cut up this fall, winter, and become very nice warm wood for the fire pit. Loving my new fence, gate, and wall unit / bed headboard. Oh my gosh, the past few days, I have just been enjoying this so much. Especially the headboard here with shelves up here that I can access while I'm in bed to sit stuff up there, and you know. But the first tree, we covered this whole 3-tier deck here all the way down to the wood stove, added the wood stove, framed up a whole lot of strong walls, redid the bar here, lowered it, or no, we actually raised it. It was lower before the porch was up higher. Framed in around the wood stove, added a header or a roof support here, and then a door wall header. We need another board across the bottom just like this. Like we did here, we want to continue all the way to the back, possibly even double it up on both sides. So you can see where I'm going with this. I need a lot more wood. I want to replace that real old board that I threw up here with the tools on it. I want to replace that with a really nice solid one like this. I want a header over this right here, this whole wall going out, a header going across back there, bottoms, literally framing up walls and doors. Across the garage up here, we need a big strong header. Then we need one across the bottom, cut out our doors and build our wall here. And I gotta clear all this out so I can actually get to this wall without being in the jungle, because I'm planning on redoing this whole thing to add the garage door, redo a lot of this real old stuff that I just threw together with face cuts back in the day. I'm thinking continue it out to this fence, create maybe like a barn door type gate deal. Wall in the back over there. So I just need a ton more wood, and I'm gonna see how far. This big poplar tree right there, no, the one behind it, right there, that one where the ladder is, that big daddy right there. So that's where all of this comes in, all this grown up stuff, Chiggerville. So I'm gonna spend some time, I think, cleaning all of this up, all this grown up stuff. I just want to chop it all down again. And there's a big pile of wood right there, like branches and stuff. Probably be great firewood, fire starter, all of that right there beside the poplar tree here that I want to mill into boards. One good thing about it is in the vicinity of the two trees, poplar trees that we just milled, it's just right over here. There's the shelter. So we're very close to the shelter. Easy to get the wood there. So I think I'm felling this up this hill, probably like through that way, through them trees here. As you can see, there's the tree. I think I want it going up that way. So I'll be milling it downhill, which will be very nice. And it's just a lot of grown up stuff. So clear a lot of this Chiggerville out of here, because also I'm gonna be walking through here a lot. I don't want to be walking through all this stuff. So that's my mission for the next 2 or 3 days, is felling this big old poplar tree right there, clearing up my work area, cleaning all of this up, chop it down so it's nice and travelable with tools and wood back and forth. And then we got to set up this tree for milling some boards, and then we're gonna get right back on this shelter build again, because I'm feeling pretty motivated. That wall unit and the gate, and then just picturing that wall on the other side, nice with a door and then a garage door, is just getting me excited that my crazy super tarp shelter is becoming a comfy apartment. So it's pretty awesome. And it seems like you guys are enjoying it too. So let's get it in. There's our landmark, our little house there. And here is a before shot through our window. We got to chop all of this down. This used to be all very clear and nice. I mean, I've blown it out with the blower, cut all this stuff down before, so I'm tempted to just go crazy and start cutting all of this stuff down and clearing it all out. There's the big poplar tree by them 4 posts sticking up. Gotta clean all of this out, man, because I want to do a lot of planting out here too. I just want all this cleared out, kind of like the back here. So we'll just have all of this to work with right by our rustic super shelter apartment. wanted to leave that tree right there. I figured that'll be pretty right there. Maybe add a little shade. But we got that cleaned up, ready for work. There's a lot of stuff in here that I do not want to cut with that. I think it would be a lot faster to just kind of come through here with a chainsaw, cut a bunch of these little trees down and move them out of the way. I mean, these are some pretty thick trees that have grown in the past couple years. So I'm just gonna come through here with the chainsaw first, cut a bunch of this down, move it out of the way, and then come back through with the weed eater. But a lot of this is crazy. I really wish I'd have got a before shot from this angle. Dang, look how good you can see the cabin back there now. Nice and clean. Not quite halfway, but we just cleared out a whole lot. Now we gotta move on down some. Check out the window view now. Check out this view now. Looking clean. And where it all started. Got us a pile of brush over there, but we are cleared out. One thing about this poplar tree is it's actually 2 poplar trees together. So I gotta cut this back one off first. So I think we're gonna cut this here and just, I don't know, I guess just fell it out this way and then deal with it, use it for whatever we're gonna use it for. But I'm not focused on that one right now, so I'm just gonna drop this thing like that way. Got us a nice notch, and it is aiming pretty much exactly where I want it to go, in between there, in between them trees, right there, just right through there. Clean shot. That's where we wanted to land. So we got our nice notch. Cut the tree off the back here. Laying right here, we're gonna use that for something. We might have to free hand mill something out of that, a post or something. But now it's time to do our back cut and try to get this tree to go right between there. We'll be right by the shelter, which is looking beautifully cleaned up. Wow, I worked my butt off on this and mission accomplished. It is just looking so nice. I mean, this, you couldn't even walk in here. Now we have this just all tidied up. You can actually see the other tree right there that we milled. So we got, man, I cut down a lot of stuff. I made another burn pile over here. So we pretty much have our lumber yard, stuff that's left over. We're about to do it again right here. Here we go. Come on, tree. Mission accomplished. We got wood. We got to mill it anyway. But man, we landed that like perfectly in between them trees. So hopefully I don't really have to cut anything else down. I just have to clean this up, decide where we're gonna start milling. Definitely at the top. Dang right. We got all of this neatened up, looking amazing. Got us some wood to mill. It has been 2 days of constant hard work cleaning all of this up, weed eating, cutting a bunch of stuff down with the chainsaws, getting it in. Now I can relax a little bit, cook up some dinner, heat me up a nice shower, and next we're gonna be milling some more boards and doing some more upgrades to the super shelter.